Underestimating someone is the worst thing to do in an anime. It can bring destruction to both heroes and villains. Anime takes this idea of underestimating and turns it into something epic that we all love to watch. It's always fun to see everyone's reaction when our main character finally shows his power. Today we will look into 10 anime where our main character is underestimated and later proves that he is the strongest. But before we start, be sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications to never miss upcoming videos. Starting this list with 7 senses of the reunion. The MMORPG game world called Union has a legendary party known as Subaru. The party has 7 members who are actually childhood friends and schoolmates. Because of an incident, Union was forced to turn off the server and make the Subaru party split up. 6 years later, one of Subaru's party members named Hiroto logged into a new game, and he was surprisingly reunited with his old friends, who aren't exactly on good terms with him. But the important fact is, one of them was the girl who should have died 6 years ago. This marked the beginning of a new adventure, to find out what really happened with her and why is she still alive. Moving on, we have The Ones Within. In this anime, our main character Akatsuki, along with a group of people, is transported to a game. Although I'm saying that he is the main character, the show manages to turn every single one of his teammates into the main character. Moreover, all of them are gamers, and each of them specializes in a certain sort of game, like cultivation games, fighting games, puzzle games, etc. Now they have to find out why they have been transported to this game, and also abide by the rules, so they don't get killed while working as a team. Next up is Dead Man Wonderland. The title of this anime might sound weird and creepy, and the anime isn't far from that. One day, all of a sudden, everyone in the class of our main character Ganta is killed in front of him by a mysterious man in red. Later he was framed for this incident and sent to a special prison for that. There he finds out that he can use his blood as a kind of weapon now. This show looks and sounds great, and if all you're after is a series that has lots of violence, blood, weird characters, and a pretty interesting storyline, then this may be for you. Next we have Battle Game in 5 Seconds. Our main character is a gamer, and a smart one at that. One morning while going to school, he is suddenly attacked by a monster who looks like a person. He was clearly at a disadvantage in terms of brawn, but he managed to defeat that monster using his brain. Right after that, a cat girl suddenly appears and kidnaps him, then he is taken to an unknown place along with some other people. All of them are informed that they are a part of an experiment, and they have to fight each other with the special abilities given to them. Coming in next is World Break, Aria of Curse for a Holy Swordsman. World Break is an anime that you will definitely enjoy if you watch it as a pure harem anime, other than that it does lack some things to suit everyone's taste. But I definitely enjoyed it quite a lot. I found the story of this anime to be pretty unique and interesting. It follows a boy named Moroha who recently enrolled in an academy where students who possess memories of their previous lives are being trained to use ancestral arts so that they can serve as defenders against monsters of that world. They are divided into 2 categories. One can use their power to summon weapons, and the other can utilize this power to use magic. However, our main character is special as he can use both of these. Next on the list is Darwin's Game. This is another anime where our main character was forced into a game, and not to mention it's a fight to the death game. I did see it take inspirations from other anime. For example, our main character has an ability that is pretty much like Shiro's ability from Fate Stay Night, and also it's similar to Future Diary in some aspects. Regardless, it was quite enjoyable. It follows our protagonist Kaname, a normal high school student, who gets abruptly thrown into a death game after opening the titular phone app Darwin's Game. It's easy to predict that he makes allies throughout his journey and slowly progresses in power, but it's the way that these points are portrayed that makes them effective. Next we have Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. This is an anime that follows the great literary work Romeo and Juliet. Much like Romeo and Juliet, that premise is basically what happens in Our Last Crusade. We have two factions, the Empire and the Nebulous Sovereignty. The Empire and the Nebulous Sovereignty have been at war for more than a century. In those factions, we have our protagonist for each side. For the Empire, we have the swordsman Iska, and for the Sovereignty, we have the Ice Princess Alice. Both of our protagonists desire to end this pointless war, meeting each other by fate, and as time passes by, their relationship seems to develop. Moving on, we have Tenchi Muyo, War on Geminar. Our main character Kenshiro Masaki has been kidnapped and brought to the world of Geminar by a mysterious group. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate the newly crowned empress of the empire, Lashara, using a giant robot called a sacred mechanoid. As her army fights them off, Lashara takes note of his abilities and demands that her attacker be captured alive, only to find out that the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Geminar. Believing it to be a waste to kill him, she makes him her attendant. The anime itself was pretty interesting to watch, not to mention our main character might have the biggest harem in the history of harem anime. Next on the list is 8 Dogs of the East. Just like the unusual title of this anime, it is also pretty unique. It draws you in through its artwork, elements of fantasy, and its moments of mystery. The storyline is definitely unique, however there is an absence of a central plot, or it tends to stray from it. What kept me interested were the characters and their background stories. With the introduction of each character, there are minor plots that keep you interested, however it is usually resolved within the following episode. The storyline tends to feel like a collection of stories that are somewhat connected to a central plot, however most of the times it feels disconnected. And last but not the least, we have Tokyo Ravens. The story of this anime is mixed with various past histories. It's more like they took inspirations from them and combined them with magic and turned it into something awesome. During the first few episodes of this anime, I felt a little bit bored, but to my surprise the story gets better and better. Things begin to get interesting every episode, and a plot twist at the end left my jaw opened. Honestly, this is something you have to watch with patience, or else you will just leave it. Besides the action and magic, this anime also has some good comedy and romance. I suggest everyone to give it a try if you haven't already. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to give a like to help make more videos like this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that as well. Also, you can join our Discord server to chat with other otakus like yourself. With that being said, see you next time.